Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Fearless Broadcasting. My name's Pat Wilkinson up in the booth. Once again, alone up here tonight with the Wild West Racing League Stand for Wit Xfinity Cup Series here at Talladega Superspeedway. First race of round 2 for the Xfinity playoffs. Trey Smith, Scott Rush, two of your championship contenders. We're riding on board with Trey Smith right now. We'll get you the rest of your championship drivers in just a second here. Let me scroll through and take a look here. Point standings. It does not currently say. But we do know that this is the first race of the second round, here at Talladega Superspeedway. Only a handful of cars left for the championship out here tonight at Talladega. Going to be one heck of a race, as we saw in practice, We're doing an open qualifying, I believe, right now, which is a bit interesting. I think we had this same issue last week. But still should make a good night of racing. Wild West Racing League brought to you by us here at Fearless Broadcasting. Stay fast and stay fearless. Tanner Ensign, one of your championship drivers as well, here at Talladega. This is going to be a fantastic night here. 65 laps at Talladega. This is going to be a fantastic night of racing. Sun's out, and it's game on. God, I wish it was nice and warm here in New England. I will admit, it's a balmy 67 degrees in my bedroom right now. Nice and cold, the way it should be. So don't go away. Qualifying will be over in just a couple minutes, and we hope to see you at the start of the race here at Talladega. All right, ladies and gentlemen, after qualifying, Tanner Ensign in the number 44 is your pole position car. The 04 of Scott Rush on his outside in second. Gene Watkinson in third in the 111. Ty Sykes in fourth on the outside. Mike Presley in the 0. Timothy McDonald having not yet spawned in as he has jumped. Oh, he's jumped straight to the pits. He is no longer starting in 6th place. James Napier in the 88 will move up. Mike Lovelace in the 68. Interesting paint job from Mike Lovelace. Dakota Henderson in the 5. Justin Bell in 9th. Wayne Isbell in 10th. And Trey Smith at the end of the field in 11th. Sorry about that, folks. Getting some stuff out of the way. Tanner Ensign leading the way into turns 3 and 4 behind the pace car. Pace car's lights are off, getting ready to go. Green flag. This time by. Finally on a super speedway course here at Talladega. Some of the best and fastest racing in all of NASCAR. Drafting track, 65 laps, so plenty of time for anything to really happen here. Pace car getting ready to dive down pit road. Of course, being unique to Talladega, the start-finish line is at the end of the tri-oval instead of in the middle like it is at Daytona. Rolling up towards the restart zone. Green flag is out. And we're underway here at Talladega Superspeedway with the Xfinity Stand for Wit Cup Series and the Wild West Racing League. Tanner Ensign on the bottom of the 44. The 04, the 188, and the 5 running up top, having some good speed up there, not really getting a great start either, but making it work for the time being. One car pushing the envelope early, sending the 4 down to the bottom. One car of Ty Sykes is now your leader. Into turns 3 and 4. Getting real racy already up on the top. 3 wide for the lead here at Talladega. One being left out completely to dry. 3 car of Trey Smith and 88 of James Napier going by. Still 3 wide as the 1 of Ty Sykes slows down through the tri-oval. Trey Smith leading the way. 04 and the 88 behind. Scott Rush and James Napier respectively. Tanner Ensign, Dakota Henderson, Mike Presley, Justin Bell, Ty Sykes, Gene Watkinson, Mike Lovelace, Wayne Isbell, Timothy McDonald, and Brandon Harris. Oh, we got a big one! Caution is out early here at Talladega. Big crash. This happened even before that, so let's jump back here. Who is that? That is the 8, I believe, of Justin Bell. Four. That was the 4. Interesting. We'll jump back a little bit further once again. Let's try and see this one more time. Let's jump to Mike Presley, actually. 0 car on your screen. 44 punts the 4. Gets assisted by the 33. Takes Mike Presley out. And Scott Rush. Very unfortunate series of events this early in the race here at Talladega. Your leader, James Napier, leading the way. Apologies for 1 second, folks. We'll see if something different has happened here. So if I jump to a different screen for just a moment, you know why. So please stand by. Okay, we're back. I just wanted to check something really quick. Mike Loveless certainly running a very interesting paint job out there tonight. And that's all I'm going to say about it. And everybody coming down pit road already. 88, the 5, the 3, the 33. Ooh, excuse me. Wrong button. Ty Sykes staying out. Brandon Harris also staying out. James Napier into pits. Splash and dash for James Napier. You just want to top off and run as long as he can. These Goodyear tires are good for a very long distance. While he can conserve them, it is good to make use of it while he has them. Oh, that's not the 33. Someone is running a green. Who is that? That's the 8. I was losing the number. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. From the side, with how the design of the car looks, as you can see on your screen, I thought it was the 33. The green striping and the green number 8 blended together, and I could not see the correct number. So that is my apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Leading the way still, Ty Sykes. One more lap to go this time by. Getting ready to go green flag once again. Ty Sykes looking to take the bottom on the restart, I would imagine. .33 moving up top. 88, the 8. And the 10 will be on the bottom. 33, the 5, and the 3 will be on top. Pace car's lights are off. Everybody getting stacked up, ready to go green flag this time by here at Talladega Superspeedway. This is Fearless Broadcasting. Pat Wilkinson up in the booth. Brought to you by SDK Gaming and iRacing Live Timing. Here with the Wild West Racing League Stand for Wit Xfinity Cup Series. .68 on the back of your screen there, looking to get back into position in front of the 0. Wayne Isbell is out of the race. I don't know what happened to him. Very unfortunate, as this is probably one of the, well, my at least, personal favorite races on the calendar. I would have loved to have raced here at Talladega tonight. But alas, broadcasting calls. Ty Sykes on the point. 33 on the top of Brandon Harris. James Napier behind the 1 in the number 88. Dakota Henderson pushing the 33 on the top. Bottom line with more drivers than the top line currently as the green flag comes out. Huge start from Ty Sykes. Not always the best thing here at Talladega. 33 sliding into the second place position. Blocking off James Napier in the number 88. 1, 33, 88, and the 8 are your top 4. 5 Dakota Henderson following in line as well. Everybody trying to play nice at the moment. 5 going up top, trying to make a line of his own happen. 88 and the... who is that? I believe that's the 10? Let's jump back and take a look here. It is the 10 of Timothy McDonald. Up on the top. Trying to make the outside line work here at Talladega. Back into the tri-oval they go. Trying to chase down the leaders. Not as much speed. Then again, Timothy McDonald not really playing nice. He's falling back and not really in a good line with the 5 and the 88 in front of him. Side by side for a moment there for the lead. Ty Sykes still on the point, leading the way. 88 trying to chase him down on the outside. 33 and the 8 trying to push him down the backstretch. The 368 and the 111 behind him. 88, the 5 and the 10 side by side with the top 3 on the bottom of the racetrack, trying to make the speed happen up on the high side. Trey Smith in the 3 going for it as well. Through the tri-oval they go. Past the restart zone. Ty Sykes with better exit off the tri-oval, but the 88 and the 5 with a huge run. 3 wide behind them. This 310 and the 68 for just a moment. 3 wide into the entry of turn 1. 10 not playing nice with that 3 car, trying to block him off a little bit. Losing time on the 5 and the 88. Ty Sykes trying to fend everybody off. 88 with a good bit of speed here into turn 4. 1, 33, 88, 8, 5, 68, and the 10. Through turns 3 and 4. The line on the bottom seeming to have more speed through the turns, not as much on the exit of the corners and down the short chutes into the tri-oval and out of the tri-oval. The 88 contesting on the outside once again, being helped by the 5 and the 10. Trey Smith up top once again, 3 wide into turn 1. All the way up to the wall. 310 and the 68, top to bottom, once again. Still 3 wide for a moment there as they come off of turn 2. Down the backstretch they go. 1, 33, and the 8 starting to pull away from the 88 and the 5. Speed on the bottom of the racetrack is starting to come to life here, but the 88 and the 5 not letting them run away with it that easy. James Napier in the 88, Dakota Henderson in the 5. Ty Sykes still leading the way. Brandon Harris trying to chase him down. 8 of Justin Bell trying to help. Mike Loveless in the 68 behind them. And I again apologize, viewers, for the paint job on the 68 machine. We are not a political channel by any means, so I hope that we can all be respectful about that. Ty Sykes still leading the way here at Talladega. 33 of Brandon Harris. trying to run away with it. 3 wide once again down the backstretch. Trey Smith trying to run all the way up to the wall. Let's jump back and see some of that action for just a minute here. Oh, missed it, unfortunately. Trey Smith trying to chase down Dakota Henderson and James Napier in front of him. 3 cars all in the playoffs. Mike Presley behind them also in the playoffs as well. 3 pushing the 5. No help from the 10 behind them. Trying to side draft off the 111 and the 68 alongside the both of them. Trey Smith looking up the outside once again, dives down to the bottom, trying to leave Dakota Henderson out to dry. 3 wide once again down the backstretch, not having the speed on his own though. Side by side with the 5 and the 68. Oh, Dakota Henderson comes down on the 8. Still green flag, 88, and the 5 still up top. Huge move from the 5. Manages to make it not an accident or a huge caution there. Keeps it going. Ty Sykes under pressure on the outside once again. Trey Smith running all the way up to the top. 3 wide through the short chute down past the start-finish line. Into turn 1 they go once again. No speed on the top for Trey Smith by himself. He's trying to goad someone up there with him to try and make a move on Dakota Henderson and James Napier. Side by side with the 68. Ty Sykes and Brandon Harris still leading the way. 8 car and the 68 behind him. 88, the 5 and the 3 on the outside being helped by the 10. 111 starting to catch up of Gene Watkinson. Will jump back up to our leader now. Ty Sykes in the 1 Toyota. Little squirrely with turn 4. One of only 2 Toyotas out on the racetrack tonight. And both of them are leading the way. Both Toyota Supra Xfinity Cup cars, soon to be the O'Reilly's Cup cars. 8 car of Justin Bell making the move on the 88, trying to make the outside work for himself now. Huge boost of speed down the backstretch they go, being side drafted by the 68, trying to keep up. Gene Watkinson trying to keep up behind them as well. Justin Bell to the lead of the pack at the moment. Ty Sykes not letting him have it that easy. Brandon Harris pushing him as well. 68 of Mike Loveless behind them. 8, the 88 on the top, the 133 and 68 on the bottom. Dakota Henderson and Trey Smith behind them. Justin Bell leading the way for the time being. Will he try to take the lead away from Ty Sykes? No, he doesn't as they come through turns 1 and 2 once again. 133 and the 68. Side by side with the 8, the 88, and the 5. Trey Smith trying to get up into the mix as well. 3 wide down the backstretch they go. Bit of assistance from the 88 and the 5. 8 and the 3 working together in the middle. 3 wide into turn 3. 133 and the 68 pulling away. Still 3 wide off of turn 4 and down the short chute. 15 laps completed this time by. Eight, the 3, 88, the 5, trying to challenge the 1 and the 33 on the bottom. Justin Bell in the 8 leading the way, trying to pull a little bit of Dale Earnhardt. Run that midline and block everybody doing it. Not really working for him, though, at the moment. As the 133 and the 68, Ty Sykes, Brandon Harris, and Mike Loveless on the bottom try racing away with it. The 88, the 8, and the 3 of James Napier, Justin Bell, and Trey Smith are working together on that midline. Dakota Henderson and Tim McDonald stuck on the outside. They fall back into 2 wide through the tri-oval once again. 88 with a huge push from the 8, almost gets turned. Trey Smith with a good slingshot up to the high side. 3 wide through turns 1 and 2 once again. Ty Sykes and Brandon Harris still up in second. being chased down by the 68 of Mike Lovelace. 88, the 8, and the 5 trying to chase them down on the outside. 3 wide down the backstretch they go once again. The 8 and the 3 on the high side. 88 and the 5 in the middle. Settling back down, 2 wide, back through the short chute into the tri-oval once again. 88, the 5, and the 8 on the high side. 133 and the 68 are still leading the way. James Napier, Dakota Henderson, and Justin Bell trying to get back up towards the lead, not having the same speed they had before. Mike Lovelace giving them a little bit of a block through turns 1 and 2. At least throw the fender out there just a little bit. You just got to give him a little bit of what for sometimes. One, getting real careful with that 33. 33 was looking up the bottom of the racetrack there. 33 deciding not to pass his Toyota teammate in the 1, but a bold move nonetheless, trying to maybe cool his car down just a little bit down the backstretch. Cars are starting to get pretty hot now if they're running bumper to bumper for so long. Got to clean out that grill of those cars, otherwise they're going to overheat very quickly. Is the 3 of Trey Smith with a huge burst of speed out of nowhere, up to the top 3 wide once again, but falling back down, being helped by the 10 of Timothy McDonald. Mike Lovelace with some radio issues, blinking back into existence. 133.68, the 8 and the 111 on the bottom. 88, the 5. The 3, and I can't quite make out who is behind him. Oops. Still side by side into the tri-oval they go. 88 and the 5, not having as much speed as they did before. Having some serious speed off of corner exit, not really having it down the straights though. 33 dooring the 88 for just a moment there. 68 doing a little bit of the same with the 5. 33 with another big door on the 88. Hooking the 1 a little bit. One all the way down to the apron. Dives back up, trying to help the 33 cool its nose down, I think, by trying to give it a little bit of wiggle room on each side. Still side by side with 88 and the 5. James Napier, Dakota Henderson, Trey Smith behind them, all championship cars, looking for a win here at Talladega. Trey Smith with another huge slingshot, trying to catch back up to Dakota Henderson, pushing 3 wide through turns 1 and 2 once again, but backs out of it. Yeah, he's not backed out of it yet. I'm mistaken. 3 wide down the backstretch they go, starting to fall off once again. Just does not have anybody that wants to commit to the outside with him. And I don't blame anybody, really. Don't want to throw away your race at this point of anything at this point of the race. Trying to run all the way up to the top, where all the marble is. You're going to lose a lot more speed than you're going to gain in the long run. Ty Sykes, Brandon Harris, Mike Lovelace being contested by the 88 of James Napier and the 5 of Dakota Henderson. 8 of Justin Bell behind them on the bottom. So far, all cars that have started the race, except for Wayne Isbell, are still running. And they're all within a second of the leader. Just under halfway completed here at Talladega. Three of Trey Smith running way up top here, trying to make the move on James Napier, not having the speed to do it. Falls back in line once again with James Napier as he gets punted a little bit by the 5. Runs all the way up to the top once again, trying to get the 5 to come with him. 5, Dakota Henderson not falling for it, still gaining on the 88 once again. Ooh, bit of a slide from Timothy McDonald and from Gene Watkinson alongside them. 3 wide down the backstretch for just a moment. Mike Presley starting to get up into the mix. Another championship car. 44 of Tanner Ensign also getting up into the mix. 5 championship cars racing each other in the midfield, in the rear of the midfield. All 6 championship cars. Dakota Henderson, Mike Presley, Trey Smith, Tanner Ensign, and Scott Rush. These guys want to go for a win here. They're all going to have to work together and try and make some magic happen. We'll jump back up to the action now on board with the 33 of Brandon Harris for the time being. Once again, folks, we apologize for the message on the 68 machine of Mike Loveless. Not a political channel by any means, and we apologize for that. Ty Sykes being pushed by the 33 of Brandon Harris. Timothy McDonald being pushed by the 88 and the 5 on the outside. Not having as much speed as James Napier or Dakota Henderson through the corners, but they're having some good speed down the backstretch, trying to keep up with the 1 of Ty Sykes and the 33 of Brandon Harris as they go for the move here. Had a nose on him, coming off the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. Still side by side as they come into the short chute. Side by side into the tri-oval. Timothy McDonald trying to take the lead away here from Ty Sykes. Doesn't have the speed to do it. Trey Smith all the way up top once again. Still no help for Trey Smith. He's stuck all the way up against the wall. Dakota Henderson not giving him any room up there to work with. Sliding back up behind the 5. 88 and the 5 bumper to bumper with each other as the 133, 68, the 8, and the 111 blow on by. Bottom of the racetrack seems to be where the speed is at the moment. 25 laps completed this time by here at Talladega. Timothy McDonald diving down to the bottom behind Gene Watkinson in the 111. Multiple championship cars still at the rear of the field here. Back up to your leader, Ty Sykes, still leading the way here. They dive off the racetrack, getting ready to come down pit road, trying to slow their cars down. 33 better be careful not to get a black flag for passing on entry. Manages to get it slowed down just in time. New leader, Mike Loveless. But we're going to jump up to Justin Bell in the number 8 machine. Being chased down by the 111 of Gene Watkinson. 10 car of Timothy McDonald, a few car lengths back. 44 and the 3 working the outside. Mike Presley, behind them, trying to catch back up. Tanner Ensign, Trey Smith, and Mike Presley trying to work the outside. Mike Loveless, Justin Bell, and Gene Watkinson on the bottom. Tanner Ensign and Trey Smith not working really well together at the moment, but they make a beautiful cut straight across the bumper of Mike Loveless just in front of him. New leader, Tanner Ensign. Trey Smith up to second, Mike Loveless in third. Justin Bell in fourth, Gene Watkinson in fifth, Mike Presley in sixth. 33 of Brandon Harris just coming off pit road now. Ty Sykes most likely just ahead of him. There he is now. Running the bottom of the racetrack, trying to stay out of the way of the field. 68 with a run up to the top, trying to make a pass on Trey Smith here. 44 and the 3 on the bottom, working together as teammates as everybody comes down pit road. A lot of action down pit road. Everybody but Mike Loveless, Ty Sykes, and Brandon Harris coming down pit road this time. Mike Loveless going to be the only one having not pit. Jump up to Ty Sykes, now. Halfway down the backstretch. 33 of Brandon Harris just ahead of him. Just behind him, Mike Loveless a lap up on both of them. He's got to pit soon, though. Still plenty of race left here at Talladega. Coming up to 30 laps completed. There is Mike Loveless now pulling down pit road. New leader, I believe, by the time they come back around, will be Trey Smith, who is just coming off pit road now. Better not get a black flag there, Trey. Don't want to jump over the yellow line too soon. 3, 8, and the 44 all working together, trying to catch up to Mike Loveless, who just went down pit road. Dakota Henderson behind them as well. Mike Loveless off pit road. But he's got to contest with cars at speed gaining on him. Six seconds and gaining. 5 seconds and gaining. Down the backstretch they come. The top 4 all working together, linked together. Big shove from the 8 on the 3. Got to be a little more careful about that, Justin. Trey Smith still leading the way here at Talladega. Number 3 Realtree Bad Boy machine. With a cute little Coca-Cola sponsor on the deck lid there. I saw that. Mike Loveless still 2.5 seconds on them and gaining. Gene Watkinson catching up to the rear of this pack. 5 cars linked up together trying to get past Mike Loveless just ahead of them. This is the battle for second at the moment. Eight and the 3. Locked together. 44 behind them. Dakota Henderson in the 5, trying to push as well. There's Mike Loveless. Getting past on the bottom. Trey Smith, Justin Bell, and Tanner Ensign coming together there for just a moment. Dakota Henderson staying out of it. Trey Smith with a heck of a punt from the 8. The 44 not helping much either. 32 laps completed of 65 here at Talladega. Trey Smith still leading the way here at Talladega. Now under pressure from the outside once again. Timothy McDonald and James Napier trying to make the top of the racetrack stick. Dakota Henderson and Mike Lovelace jumping out of line to join them. 3 trying to block a little bit down the backstretch. Justin Bell and Tanner Ensign behind him. Timothy McDonald leading the way at the moment. Trey Smith with some speed on the bottom. Justin Bell trying to chase him down behind them. Tanner Ensign trying to make it work as well. About a half a car length back. Needs to get closed up. Get that speed into these race cars once again. Make that perfect draft happen. James Napier, Dakota Henderson, and Timothy McDonald have it kind of sorted up on the top. These 3 on the bottom not having as much luck with trying to get that speed linked together. Gene Watkinson about a car and a half back, not helping at all really. He's kind of slowing him down in that position. The 0-4 and the 0 behind him not helping much either. As the 10 makes a bold move and makes it stick. New leader, Timothy McDonald in the number 10. James Napier, Dakota Henderson not wanting to let that be the only move for the lead here. Trey Smith not happy with the push, giving 10 a good few bumps there. 88 rockets to the front of the lead. Could have made the move, but didn't. 5 in the 68, pushing him still. 10, 3, 8, 44 on the bottom. 88, 5 in, 68 on the top. Down the backstretch they go once again. James Napier trying to lead the way on the top line. Dakota Henderson and Mike Lovelace behind him. And we again apologize for the paint job on the 68 machine. 10 of Timothy McDonald and the 3 and the 8 on the bottom. Tanner Ensign having fallen back to work with the 111 and the 0-4. 5 in the 88. Move to the lead. New leader, James Napier. Dakota Henderson up to second, Timothy McDonald in third. Trey Smith down to fourth. Mike Lovelace trying to sneak back in line ahead of the 8. 88 in front. Trey Smith working up the top. James Napier is now your leader here at Talladega. Dakota Henderson on the bottom. Timothy McDonald in third. Trey Smith, Justin Bell, and Tanner Ensign trying to work the top now. Through the short chute they go. 30 laps to go. 29 to go now here at Talladega. 3 wide for the lead. Whoa, big shunt of speed from the 3, the 8, and the 44 on the top. Not sure where that came from. But they're trying to make the pass make the pass work once again here. Whoa, big shove from the 8 on the 3. Nearly losing it, getting it back in line and going for it. Eight car does not like being the pusher. 3 does not like being pushed like that. Tanner Ensign falling back once again. 88 of James Napier. Dakota Henderson behind him. In the 5. Timothy McDonald in third. 3 and the 8 trying to make the speed happen into turn 1 once again. 88 with a bit of a half-hearted block. Trying to get the nose of the 5 under him a little bit. Try to cool him down a little. Not to pull away, really, but just enough to get the airflow back into that race car as they come off of turn 2. And there's a big contact. 3 of Trey Smith's around. Caution is out. Huge wash-up for the 3 of Trey Smith. Let's go back and take a look at what happened there. Oh, got punted by the 8. Took the 10 and got sent for a ride into the inside wall. A lot of damage on that race car. Hopefully he can nurse it back to pit road and get back out there. Front right tire not even on the ground. A lot of engine damage. He should still have his fast repair. Be able to get back out there pretty quick. Your leader, James Napier, still. Dakota Henderson in second. Timothy McDonald in third. Justin Bell in fourth. Mike Loveless in fifth. Tanner Ensign in sixth. Gene Watkinson in seventh. Scott Rush in eighth. Mike Presley in ninth. Ty Sykes in 10th. Brandon Harris in 11th. And Trey Smith down pit road. And Wayne Isbell is out. "25 laps to go, this time by here at Talladega. This is the Wild West Racing League Xfinity Playoff, first race of the second round. James Napier, Dakota Henderson, Tanner Ensign, Scott Rush, Mike Presley, and Trey Smith are your 6 playoff contenders. And everybody's coming down pit road. Trey Smith off pit road as well. He's back in it. Despite the wreck, he pretty much got a free service as he's going to be able to get back out on the lead lap. And if he's quick about it, he might be able to get back out there and be leading. James Napier needs a good stop here. Stops a little short, rolls through his stall. Rolls into his stall, excuse me. Another splash and dash for the number 88. James Napier still leading the way here at Talladega. Timothy McDonald in second. Tanner Ensign in third. Mike Presley in fourth. Ty Sykes fifth. Brandon Harris sixth. Dakota Henderson seventh. Scott Rush in eighth. Trey Smith back down pit road. Gene Watkinson in ninth. Justin Bell in 10th. Trey Smith in 11th. And Mike Loveless is still down pit road. There he goes now. He's leaving now. Must have had a penalty on entry. We would jump to the 68 machine of Mike Loveless, but he's running a paint job I would not entirely support being shown fully on this stream, unfortunately, tonight. We are not a political channel by any means here at Fearless Broadcasting, and you're welcome and entitled to your own opinions. That's perfectly up to you. However, we're all here on a beautiful Wednesday night to have a good time. This is not the time or place, or even the right game, in my opinion, to be bringing these topics up. But, sorry, Mike, you're kind of asking for it here. I don't really know how to put it politely. So I will apologize to the viewers at least. If there's something that you are seeing that that offends you, I apologize for it. I've tried reloading the paint jobs through Trading Paints and through iRacing Live Timing, and that's apparently what Mike's running tonight. So, while you have seen it on screen, we will not be focusing on the 68 machine tonight. Down the backstretch they come. 88 of James Napier, Tanner Ensign in the 44 in second. Mike Presley in third, Ty Sykes in fourth, Scott Rush in fifth, Brandon Harris sixth, Justin Bell in eighth. Dakota Henderson in eighth, Gene Watkinson in ninth, Timothy McDonald in 10th, Mike Loveless in 11th, and Trey Smith in 12th. Wayne Isbell is out of the race. Pace car getting ready to come down pit road, getting ready to go green flag. 24 laps to go here at Talladega Superspeedway with the Stand for Wit Xfinity Cup Series and the Wild West Racing League. 88 on the point, stacking them up good. Tanner Ensign on the outside, not with as much help. Ty Sykes about half a car length back. Through the restart zone we go. Green flag is out. 88 and the 44. 44 with a big start. 88 not getting the launch he needed. Tanner Ensign rocketing to the lead. 4 wide for a moment there, I think. 5 of Dakota Henderson with a bold move between the 1 and the 33. Not sure if the 0-4 was quite up to 4 wide there, but it sure looked like it from that camera angle. As down the backstretch we go once again. Couple of cars down the apron. 33 shooting up to the top. Tanner Ensign is your leader. James Napier behind him. Dakota Henderson on the top. Mike Presley trying to catch up on the bottom. 88 not liking being behind Tanner Ensign. Throws one in front of Dakota Henderson. Tanner Ensign on the bottom. James Napier and Dakota Henderson moving mid-lane. Dakota Henderson going by him. 3 wide here at Talladega through turns 1 and 2 once again. 68, 33, 10, 1, 44, 88, and the 5. Whoa, big slide for everybody off of turn 2. 88, 44 in the 33. 5 in the 1. 10 in the 68. 3 wide through turns 3 and 4. One car bouncing off his splitter a little bit here. Trying to get clear. Off of turn 4, down the short chute they go. Into the tri-oval. James Napier clear of the 3 wide action behind him. Mike Presley still under pressure from the outside. 1 of the 33 locking back in, working together once again. Dakota Henderson, in the 5. Falling back a little bit with the 10. 88, 44, the 0, and the 8, That keeps throwing me off. I apologize. 88, 44, and the 0 on the bottom. Being chased down by the 8 and the 3 and the 0-4. 33 and the 1. Having led the majority of the early part of this race, working together once again. 5 and the 10 behind them. The 1 of Ty Sykes was better in the lead, in my opinion, as we're watching them come down through the short chute into the tri-oval once again. Brandon Harris in the 33 not having as much speed as the 1 did, leading the way. One car looking up the outside a little bit. On his bumper, Dakota Henderson and Timothy McDonald behind them. James Napier and Tanner Ensign. On the bottom, Dakota Henderson alongside them, Mike Presley behind them. 3 wide down the backstretch. Side drafting the 1 in the 33 is Dakota Henderson in the 5. 10 of Timothy McDonald behind him. Trying to keep the speed up. 20 laps to go this time by here at Talladega. All 6 of your playoff cars are still up in the front of the pack, 4 of which are in the top 4. 1 in the 33 pushing 3 wide once again into turns 1 and 2. 8 with a bit of a block on the 5. 5 with a huge burst of speed. 33 in the 1 trying to get away from him, not let him have it. Snake up behind him once again. Timothy McDonald behind them as well. James Napier, Tanner Ensign, and Mike Presley are your top 3. Justin Bell in 4th. Trey Smith in 5th. Dakota Henderson challenging for 5th as well. Scott Rush just behind Trey Smith as well. Dakota Henderson in the 33 of Brandon Harris with a huge burst of speed. All the way up to the lead they go. Dakota Henderson is now leading this race. 33 snaking up behind him with a beautiful move. New leader, Dakota Henderson. Brandon Harris trying to get away from him though. 3 wide down the backstretch they go. Door in the 5. 33 goes. 5 cars snaking behind the 33. One of Ty Sykes trying to take the lead away again. Ty Sykes back to the lead of the race. Two Toyota teammates working together once again. Back in the position they were when they started. These two were incredibly fast at the beginning of the race. We know how fast they can be. Just have to see how it will go for the final 18 laps here at Talladega. James Napier behind them. Or Dakota Henderson behind them. James Napier in the 88. I'm going to keep messing that up tonight, and I don't know why. Trey Smith trying to go with the 3 wide once again. The 5 and the 88 with a huge throw on the bottom. 3 wide down the backstretch. 10 of Timothy McDonald challenging on the top. 8 going up with him. Dakota Henderson and James Napier on the bottom. Ty Sykes and Brent Harris in the middle. 3 wide behind them. Tanner Ensign pushing the 5 and the 88. Mike Presley with them as well. Trey Smith all the way up top. 3 wide past the start-finish line. Eight of Justin Bell trying to help Trey Smith up on the top. Snakes back in line, 2 wide down the backstretch once again. 5 trying to get some air on the 88, try to slow him down just a little bit. Not really working out for him though at the moment. Big moves from the 10 and the 3. .588 in the 10. Working the bottom now. Trying to run away with it away from the 1. A couple cars clipping the apron through the tri-oval. 1 and 33. 3 in the 8. 3 wide. Into turns 1 and 2 once again. Three in the 8, no help. Oh, we got a big one. Caution's out. Let's jump back and see what happened there. All right, maybe we need to jump back a little bit further. Let's see. All right. Let's stop here. On board now with the 3 of Trey Smith. Off of turn 2. 1 car gets hooked by the 33, piles into the 3 and the 8. Mike Presley and Mike Lovelace with nowhere to go. Tanner Ensign also involved. The 8 car involved. Ty Sykes involved. And Scott Rush as well. Huge crash. But everybody keeping their cars rolling here at Talladega. 3rd caution of the night. Dakota Henderson leading the way. James Napier in 2nd. Brandon Harris in 3rd. Timothy McDonald in 4th. Justin Bell in 5th. Tanner Ensign in 6th. Mike Presley in 7th. Mike Lovelace in 8th. Gene Watkinson in 9th. Ty Sykes, Trey Smith, and Scott Rush all down pit road. Trey Smith is out of the race. Too much damage for Trey Smith. Very unfortunate way to start the second round here at Talladega. See if anybody wants to come down pit road for that splash and dash, or new tires at this point would probably be helpful. Dakota Henderson, James Napier, Brandon Harris staying out will lead the pack. Ty Sykes off pit road. Scott Rush still in the pits. Dakota Henderson overshooting his spot. Getting tires and fuel. Plenty of cars with damage still down pit road. 111 of Gene Watkinson off pit road now. The 0 of Mike Presley to the right of your screen. Scott Rush and Tanner Ensign. Jump back to our current leader, Brandon Harris, in the number 33 Toyota, leading the way here at Talladega. James Napier behind him. Justin Bell in third. Timothy McDonald in fourth. Teammate Ty Sykes down to fifth. 13 laps to go this time by. Apologies for that, ladies and gentlemen. Had some things to take care of off the air for just a moment. Green flag getting ready to come back on out here at Talladega Super Speedway with the Wild West Racing League Xfinity Stanford Witt Cup Series. 33 of Brandon Harris leading the way. James Napier alongside him. Justin Bell in third, Timothy McDonald on the outside in fourth. Getting ready through the restart zone. 12 laps to go this time by. Green flag is out. Brandon Harris with a beautiful restart. James Napier trying to keep up. Trying to get in front of the 8. Just doesn't have the speed to do it as they come through turn 1. 5 of Dakota Henderson just behind them. Gaining on the 88, 68 behind them. .111 behind the 44, chasing down the 68, the 8, and the 33. 5 and the 88 on the top. 10 behind them on the high side. Through turns 1 and 2, down the backstretch they go. 68 with a hell of a punt on the 8. 33 getting shoved by the 8 now. 68 getting right up behind him again. 44 behind them. 8, the 5, and the 10 on the high side. James Napier leading the way down the backstretch, now under pressure once again from the 33 on the bottom. Side by side. Through turn 4, down the short chute. Timothy McDonald trying to go 3 wide there for just a moment, backs out of it. Ty Sykes down in 7th. Trying to keep up with the field. Push the high side into a good position here. 8 car trying to move up to the middle. Clean up his nose a little bit. 33 on the bottom. 88 up top. 88 with a run off of turn 2. Dakota Henderson pushing him in the 5. 88 working with the 5. 33 and the 8 on the bottom with some good speed into turns 3 and 4. 68 behind them. Five and the 88 working together nicely. Much smoother push than the 8 is given to the 33 at the moment. 9 to go, this time by. .33 with a car length on the 88. Trying to pull the 8 ahead of the 88 as well on the outside. And they're both clear. 68 side by side with the 88 now. 44 trying to get that speed up too. 88 having been left out to dry a little bit here. Not sure if Dakota Henderson had a problem, but he is completely out of the equation. I don't even see him at the moment. Dakota Henderson down to 9th. He has fallen way far back. Not sure what happened to him. 8 car moving to the top side. 88 and the 10. 88 trying to pass the 8 on the high side. 3 wide through turns 1 and 2 once again. 8 car being left hung out to dry by the 88, the 10, the 33, 68, and the 44. Ty Sykes on the bottom. 8 car door in the 88 for just a moment there. Brandon Harris back to the lead once again. Oh, you're kidding. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. 6 laps to go here at Talladega. Apologies for that. Had some tech trouble on my side. For some reason, the window decided to minimize mid-broadcast. It's been doing that a lot on me lately, not sure why. 33, 68, 1 in the 88, 44 in the 8 on the high side. 111 gets turned by the 5. Huge impact against the wall. Caution is out. Gene Watkinson with a huge crash with Dakota Henderson into the wall. Off of turn 2. Runs all the way down to the apron and just gets hooked by the 5, and around they go. A lot of damage on the 111 car. A lot of work to do, get back up to the front of the field. But this is now the worst case scenario for the 33. Brandon Harris, 5 laps to go here at Talladega. .68 of Mike Loveless behind him. Ty Sykes in 3rd. They'll be working together on the restart. James Napier in 4th. Tanner Ensign in 5th. Justin Bell in 6th. Timothy McDonald in 7th. Dakota Henderson down pit road with damage. Gene Watkinson down pit road with damage. Mike Presley and Scott Rush down pit road as well. Once again, folks, we apologize for the paint job on the 68 machine. So now the question is, what do you need, and how bad do you need it? Do you come down pit road and risk the win with only a handful of laps left? Or do you hope for another Hail Mary caution and come down then? Ty Sykes making it clear he's staying out. Mike Loveless staying out. Brandon Harris staying out as well. James Napier staying out. Everybody's staying out this time. Mike Presley coming off pit road now. Scott Rush still down pit road. Just coming off now. 1 lap down, at least. Very poor night for Scott Rush, unfortunately. Trey Smith out of the race as well. Very unfortunate night for him. Gene Watkinson with a bit of an issue towards the rear of the field. Did he spin out coming off of pit road? He still has major rear damage on that race car. I'm amazed he's not gotten the meatball for that machine. As he puts it into the wall, and most likely he's going to get towed back to pit road. There he goes. Too much damage for the 111 of Gene Watkinson. Very unfortunate way to end the night for him here at Talladega. Green, white, checkered at the restart. 33 and the 1 will be in line together on the bottom. 68 and the 88 will be in line together on the top. Everybody trying to conserve what fuel they can to make sure that they finish this race, having pit better part of 15 or 20 laps ago. Obviously, in smaller leagues such as this, where we're not going full distance races, we limit the size of the fuel tanks by a significant amount. So it's still pretty even out there. I'd say for most of these guys, they really don't want to go to overtime. 33 on the bottom. Pace car's lights are off. Green flag next time by. Green, white, checkered finish. Here at Talladega with the Wild West Racing League Stand for Wit Xfinity Cup Series. Brandon Harris on the bottom in the 33. Mike Lovelace in the 68 on the top. Ty Sykes in third in the 1. James Napier in fourth in the 88. Tanner Ensign in the 44 in fifth place. Justin Bell in the 8 in sixth. Timothy McDonald in the 10 in the 7th position. Dakota Henderson in the 5 in 8th. Mike Presley in the 000 in 9th. Gene Watkinson down pit road in the 111 in 10th. Most likely out of the race. Scott Rush, Trey Smith, and Wayne Isbell. Either lap down or out of the race. Pace car down pit road this time. 33 and the 68 side by side. One car sneaking up behind the 33, getting ready to go green flag. Stacking the field up nice. Trying to make sure that they all get to work together. Through the restart zone, green flags out. Spin the tires for both of our leaders. 33 and the 68 with equally poor starts. One trying to push the 33, 88 and the 68 on the high side, having better speed off the line. 33, 1 and the 44 on the bottom, being chased down by the 5 of Dakota Henderson, one of the fastest cars on track all night. 68, the 88, and the 8 on the top, trying to work together. Through turns 3 and 4 they go. 33 in the 1 with a run on the bottom. Side by side with the 68 and the 88. 44 in the 5 chasing them down. 8 in the 04 on the top, trying to chase down the 88 and the 68 down. White flags out, coming back no matter what. 68 with a move to the lead. 88 on the outside pushing. 33 in the 1. 44 on the bottom, being chased down by the 5. These three need to work together to make that win happen for Brandon Harris. Mike Lovelace up top. Huge slide from the 33 and the 1. 88 leaving the 68 out to dry, and they take everybody out. 33 is the only car left. Brandon Harris is the only car left on track. Everybody else wrecked. Timothy McDonald in second place now. Ty Sykes is still in third. Brandon Harris, by a stroke of luck, wins here at Talladega for the second round. First race of the second round here in the Stand for Wit Xfinity Cup Series. Timothy McDonald in second place. Ty Sykes in third. Mike Presley in fourth, Tanner Ensign in fifth, Justin Bell in sixth, James Napier in seventh, Dakota Henderson in eighth, and Mike Lovelace in ninth. Let's get our race winner, number 33, Brandon Harris, up into the booth. Brandon Harris, this is Pat Wilkinson up in the booth. Do you got me?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Congratulations on one hell of a finish here at Talladega Super Speedway. Talk about a stroke of luck. Everybody getting wrecked just on the entry of turn 3 down the backstretch. Congratulations on a huge win.
Yeah, thank you. I saw the wreck happening in my mirror and saw my teammate behind me get caught up in it. We got hung in the back. I missed the start of the race, and then we came in for pit stops, got hung in the back, and just worked our way back up.
Fantastic win from you out there tonight. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
No, I just want to thank everybody and thank you guys for broadcasting this and putting this on, and really enjoyed it.
Congratulations once again on a fantastic win here at Talladega. Way to start the second round of the playoffs here at Talladega.
Yep, thank you, sir.
That was Brandon Harris, the number 33 machine. Your race winner, let's get Timothy McDonald, your second place finisher. Tim McDonald, this is Pat Wilkinson up at the booth. You got me.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Tim, not the finish you wanted, but certainly one you worked your tail off for. Congratulations on a fantastic second place finish. What do you think happened there towards the end?
I know I got off to a slow start. I was just trying to help my playoff teammates advance. I honestly couldn't tell you. All I know is when it started happening, I kept going.
Sometimes that's just the best strategy. Close your eyes, hold the gas, and pray is the best way to get through wrecks sometimes.
Days of Thunder.
Couldn't agree with you more. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we sign off?
Well, I'd like to thank you. I'd like to thank, Tanner for putting this on. I'd like to thank Bipolar Motorsports, me, 88, and the 5 car. We all had a good run tonight. All 3 stayed up front a lot. And TNR Designs for doing deliveries on those cars.
Congratulations once again on a fantastic second place, and hope to see more of you next week. How's that sound?
Yes, sir. You have a good week.
That was your second place finisher of Timothy McDonald. Let's get your third place of Ty Sykes. Ty Sykes, this is Pat Wilkinson up at the booth. You got me.
Hey, Pat, I got you. How's it going?
Ty, not the way you wanted to finish the race, but you certainly got the podium anyway. Congratulations on a masterclass third place. Talk us through that last wreck. What happened?
Yeah, we were side by side, and I was kind of just biding my time with the 33. Me and him are teammates, and just hoping that we could get enough of a run down the backstretch and get a good push. And I just saw in my right side, I saw the 68 get sideways, and I was hoping he didn't catch me. But he caught my right rear, and it spun me, but I was able to kind of save it enough just to pull the third place in. I was hoping for second or first, but that's good enough.
Anything can happen here at Talladega, and unfortunately, it happened with you in the entry of turn 3. Regardless, congratulations on a fantastic third place. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we sign off?
Awesome. No, I just appreciate racing with these guys. It's been pretty fun. I'm a newcomer here, but I've been enjoying it so far. It's a nice change of pace, and I enjoy the podcast as well. So I appreciate the podcast.
Not a problem. Thank you for racing with us tonight. We hope to see more of you next time. How's that sound?
Yeah, that sounds great. I'll see you later, buddy.
Have a good night. Third place finisher Ty Sykes there. Well, folks, it's been another fantastic night of racing here with the Wild West Racing League. We hope you've enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe for more, and until next time, goodbye.